Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the video lecture series of basic electronics. Today we will see in module number 4. Today I'm going to start module number 4, and in module number 4 we will see the part of oscillator. Okay, so basically oscillator is nothing but it generates the signals, you can tell, or the oscillations. Whatever we see, right? Sine wave, or it can be a square wave, or it can be a triangular wave. Okay, so basically the objective here of studying the oscillator here is you need to describe the basic concept of an oscillator or define what is oscillator. Then we will discuss some basic principles of operation of oscillator. Like we have two types of oscillator: RC phase shift oscillator and the uh, Wien bridge oscillator. Then we'll analyze the operation of your RC, that is resistor capacitor oscillator or LC oscillator, and describe the operation of some basic relaxation oscillators. Okay, we will see one by one how the oscillators will function. These are the basic objectives. Okay, so before studying any subject you need to know the objectives. So similarly I've put it here for objectives of oscillator. Now, what is actually the oscillator is? Oscillator is an electronic circuit, okay, that generates a periodic waveform. You know what do you mean by waveform? Like sine wave, square wave, triangular wave, cosine wave, okay, with of its output without any external source. Okay, and it is also used to convert DC to AC. Okay, so basically if we define oscillator in a simple way, oscillator is nothing but it will produces the oscillation, okay, without any input. I will not apply any kind of external voltage, external current, external supply to this particular electronic circuit. Okay, but still it will produces the oscillation. Okay, that waveforms we call it as oscillation. Okay, so this is how we define oscillator. Then an oscillator circuit that produces a continuous signal from some type of from some type without the need of an input. Okay, even if you don't apply the input, it will produce some of the other output, and that output is nothing but it's a continuous signal: sine signal, square wave signal, or triangular signal. Okay, and based on different applications, we have various several varieties for which serve the purpose, which are: one is a communication system. We use the oscillators in communication system. Okay, then we use in some digital systems like your computer. Okay, like other your devices like oscilloscopes. Okay, it has a huge variety of applications based on the requirement. Next, if you look at this particular slide here, okay, again we can define the oscillator as an oscillator is a circuit that produces a repetitive in the sense continuous signal from a DC voltage. Okay, and here if you look at this figure, this is my oscillator. It has one input and one output. If you apply any voltage, let it be your DC supply voltage, okay, it will produces sine wave, or it can be a square wave, or it can be a sawtooth wave. Okay, so based on this type of output, okay, this oscillator can be used in various applications like counting machines, timers, okay, where it can be on and off. This we can use. Okay, so basically it's the operation of your oscillator. Then in oscillator we have the concept called as a feedback. Same concept what we have seen in the module number 3 of your op-amp. Either it is a positive feedback or it can be negative feedback. Okay, so based on the feedback concept, here the oscillator, we call it as a feedback oscillator. And this feedback oscillator, it is completely relying on the positive feedback. Okay, so based on this you can see this positive feedback where the output can be maintained, okay, or the oscillations can be simply maintained here. Okay, then the third point here is the relaxation oscillator makes use of RC time constant. Basically when you go for RC time constant, we simply make use of the resistance and capacitor together, or product of RC, which gives you the time constant timing circuit, okay, to generate a non-sinusoidal signal such as square wave. If you want to generate the square wave, if you want to generate the ramp signal or sawtooth wave signal, then you can make use of some RC timing circuit, extra circuit in the oscillator, so that it can produce this square wave or it can be a sawtooth wave. Now, once we understand the concept of oscillator, we have different types of oscillator, which are RC oscillator. They are categorized into Wien bridge oscillator and phase shift oscillator, which is also called as RC phase shift oscillator. Then based on the tank circuit, we have Hartley oscillator, Colpit oscillator, and crystal oscillator. And we also have some unijunction and relaxation oscillator. Now, what is the actual feedback principle here in oscillator is, if you look at this diagram here, we have the system denoted by A, and we have the another which is represented by beta. Okay, this beta will give you the gain. Feedback gain is represented by beta. Okay, and this is our switch. Okay, so this feedback circuit, which is using an oscillator, okay, is shown in the figure here. Okay, so whenever I turn on this switch, okay, or when the switch of this amplifier is put open, okay, it will not produce any kind of oscillation. Okay, if this is open, no oscillation. If this is closed, if this becomes my feedback, and this will produce or give you some kind of voltages or in terms of sine waves or square wave. Okay, now let us consider some input voltage to the system denoted by Vi. You can see here, whose output V0 is equal to A into Vi. Okay, and this A is nothing but the gain of this particular amplifier. Okay, so the gain of amplifier is denoted by A, whose input applied is Vi. So what is output voltage? V0 is equal to A into Vi. Okay, now if I apply this output voltage to a feedback network, then the feedback voltage or Vf, you can see it is given by beta multiplied by the output voltage of this stage. So therefore, the output voltage Vf is equal to beta multiplied by A into Vi. So this gives me the feedback voltage. So therefore, here the feedback voltage is equal to Vf is equal to beta into Vi, where A into beta is called as loop gain. Here the gain is also the another important parameter which plays another important role. Based on gain, we design the feedback circuit. Okay, and in order to maintain this gain, okay, the magnitude and phase should be correct, or you should have the correct magnitude as well as a phase. We simply call it as a synchronization between your output and input side. Okay, then when the switch is closed, what will happen? Okay, whenever a switch is closed, this input Vi is removed and the circuit will become continuous, in the sense it will go on in the loop, just turning on and on and on until and unless this is closed. Once I open this, then it becomes an open circuit and there will not be any more oscillation. So based on the oscillation of the feedback, positive feedback, we have some voltages, okay, which is represented by VE, which is nothing but your input voltage plus feedback voltage, denoted by equation number 1. And feedback voltage is nothing but beta into V0, because V0 is equal to Vi multiplied by A. So this is equation number 2. So what is equation number V0 here? Is nothing but V0 is equal to A into the VE. And what is VE? You substitute equation number 1 in V0, you will get this. Okay, and once you obtain this, substitute the value of Vf in this equation, you will get the total answer, which is A. A is nothing but the gain, Vs is the supplied voltage, and beta is your feedback output voltage, denoted by equation number 3. So therefore, what is V0? V0 is equal to A multiplied by Vs into Vf, which is equal to A multiplied by Vs plus beta into V0. Now you open the bracket, so I get A into Vs plus A into beta into V0. So I will get this. So if I take all the V0 terms on one side, this becomes V0 minus A beta into V0 is equal to A into Vs. So A Vs will remain as it is. So if I take V0 common, it becomes 1 minus A into beta is equal to V0. So now we can define the closed loop gain of the oscillator as AF, which is equal to V0 divided by Vs, which is nothing but output divided by input, is equal to A divided by this value, that is 1 minus A into beta. So this gives me the closed loop gain for the given oscillator circuit. So in general, we may represent the value of A and beta functions as a frequency, that is in frequency domain, you can represent that is AF into S is equal to V naught divided by Vs, which is equal to A divided by 1 minus A beta, and all the value of A and beta, they are represented in S domain, or simply call it as an frequency domain. And here A beta is known as loop gain. Similarly, we have the basic principle of oscillation, okay, and that basic principle of oscillation will also give you how to calculate the value of feedback gain, okay, by rejecting the unnecessary noise, okay, and that can be maintained so that you will have the finite output with zero input signal. Without applying the any input signal, still you are getting the oscillations, okay, and that oscillation can be defined by putting some condition, that is A beta is equal to 1, and we call this A beta is equal to 1 as Barkhusen's criteria. So with this, I conclude just the introduction topic of your oscillation. Okay, thank you.